It is time to renew a rivalry. Welcome to Space City Financial Stadium in Houston, Texas, where we have an old-fashioned grudge match set between the crosstown Cougars of Houston and our Rice Owls here in Week 0 to start off the 2025 college football season. Both the Owls and Cougars went 4-8 in their 2024 campaigns and are looking to move forward. Rice is doing so under the leadership of new head coach Zach McGee, who is coaching his first game for the Owls. The Cougars certainly have the talent advantage over the Owls today, quarterbacked by the Texas A&M transfer Connor Wegman with a dynamic running back in Dean Connors and one of the best tight ends in the country in Tanner Koziol. The defense is anchored by senior linebacker Jesus Machado, looking to make things tough for the Owls' running game. We finally made it, everybody. College football is back. Ethan Sanchez kicks off for the Cougars, and Rice's Aaron Turner will return the kickoff to the 21-yard line, where we get to take a look at the Rice offense up first. Last year's meeting between the Cougars and the Owls did not go as planned for Rice, and we're looking to get a little bit of revenge this year. First and 10, quarterback Chase Jenkins in the shotgun with Max Balthazar to his right. Takes the snap on first down, rolling out right. He will throw, and has a nice catch made by the wide receiver Landon Ransom Goals. A gain of 5 on first down. On second down, Jenkins pulls the ball and gets hit, pitches it out though. That is Tajee Atkins, the running back, making a nice move out to the 44-yard line. Excellent work by Jenkins, getting the pitch out while getting hit. That is a really tough play, but he made it look easy. The first down run didn't get the Owls anything, so on second and 10, Dalen Alexander, the running back, in motion. Jenkins is going to check it down to him, and a nice play made by that Houston defense to converge and make the tackle, bringing it up third down and 9. Jenkins, with 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left, is going to roll out right and get into trouble, throwing the ball away, incomplete, leading to the first punt of the year for sophomore Alex Bacchetta. He gets the kickoff cleanly, and it's not going to be a great punt, out of bounds at the 26-yard line for the Cougars to take over on offense for the first time today. Houston begins their season with Wegman in the gun, Connors to his left. Wegman will hand it off to Connors on first down, and he will get a short gain of 2. Second down and 8 coming up for the Cougars offense. Rice shifting their defense around. A handoff to Connors is blown up in the backfield. That is senior linebacker Andrew Awe. It brings up 3rd and 11 for the Houston offense. Wegman takes the snap under some pressure from the middle, throws it off his back foot to the sideline, and knocked away by the senior corner Max Lofi. Rice will take over on offense. Balthazar and Byers in the backfield. Motion across the formation from the tight end. Now Byers goes in motion. Jenkins will swing it out to him, and the true freshman running back, Tyvon Byers, will get nothing. On second and 10, Jenkins looking to the sideline to change the play. He has Byers aligned as the up back. He will take the snap on first down, hitches and throws, and it is a great catch made by the junior wide receiver Braylon Walker. Rice moving fast after picking up the first down. They're going to have Jenkins aligned empty in the shotgun. And now back into the formation comes Byers. Aligns behind Jenkins, who takes a snap on his own and goes right up the middle, getting a gain of 4. Now take a look at this formation. This is Artis Cole lined up in the backfield, and it is a handoff to Quentin Jackson, who picks up just enough to be short of the first down. 3rd and inches. Rice comes out, tight end in a wing to the left, 2 wide receivers to the right. That is Ransom Goals going in motion, and Jenkins will hand it off to Balthazar, who powers ahead and picks up the first down. 2 backs in the backfield again. This is Alexander and Jackson. Jenkins with a play fake dumps it off to Jackson. What a move! Spinning out Houston defenders down to the 20-yard line. How about some fancy footwork from the junior running back, Quentin Jackson. Let's take a look at this one again. See you later, Rook Brown. Nice try. First down, empty for Rice. They throw it. This is caught by Jackson. He breaks away, and he will score. Touchdown, Owls, but a holding call on Rice left tackle. Marcus Cormier is going to knock out the touchdown. First and 20. A little bit of motion here. They send Jenkins as the running back, and this is Dalen Alexander taking the snap. A lot of movement for only 1 yard. Brings up third down and 24. A lot of room to go here for the Owls offense. Jenkins all alone in the shotgun, takes the snap, throwing, and it is in and out of the hands of Braylon Walker. Senior kicker Chase Allen would add a field goal. So Rice strikes first here in this rivalry matchup. They lead 3-0. Houston takes over for their next drive, starting on 2nd and 10. Wegman throws. It is caught by his star tight end, Tanner Koziol, setting up a very manageable 3rd down and 5. Wegman, empty from the gun, takes the snap. He's back, steps up, and he is sacked. That is the defensive tackle, Matthew Aribasala, bringing the first quarter to an end. It is a first quarter dominated by the Owls defense. Rice back on offense now. They got a field goal on their last drive, and they're looking to add more points. Artis Cole across the formation. Jenkins dumps it off to Balthazar, going the other way. He has a good run here, and is going to come up just short of the first down marker. A lot of motion for this Rice offense so far. They come out 3rd and 1. Jenkins as the lone setback. Byers as the upback. Jenkins takes it himself and powers ahead for the first down. Now they're going to go fast. We've seen a lot of tempo out of the Rice offense early as well. Jenkins changes the play. He shifts Byers over to the right. Now talking to Braylon Walker on the outside. Jenkins takes a snap, throws, and he's intercepted! Picked off by Houston safety Rook Brown, the junior, making his own impact play. He was spun out by Quentin Jackson in the first quarter on the wrong side of the highlight. Now he gets to make his own, and he sets up the Cougars with fantastic field position, looking to score. Rice's defense back out now. The last thing you want to do is allow points off a sudden change. Let's see what they have. Wegman, he pulls the ball, gets away from Blake Bonish, and is going to pick up 7 on the scramble. The senior nose tackle almost had him. 2nd down got nothing. 3rd down gets nothing as well, and the Rice defense does in fact hold. What a fantastic job so far by the Owl defense. They have been playing inspired football thus far. Ethan Sanchez kicks through the field goal and puts Houston on the board, but the Owls got to feel good at getting the stop there after the interception. Back on offense now, the Owls, they're going to let Jenkins throw right after the interception. He completes it to Landon Ransom goals, and that will be a gain of 4, bringing up 3rd down and 4. On a short pass is complete to Braylon Walker. He will pick up the first down. The drive stays alive. Going no huddle again, up-tempo offense. Making their movements. They bring the left tackle over and line him on the right side as a tight end. And it'll be play action for Jenkins. He's throwing deep outside the numbers and is broken up for Ransom goals. On 2nd down, Jenkins keeps it right up the middle. A fantastic veer call, and that will get Rice into Houston territory on the run. Pitch now on the option to Quentin Jackson. He gets the first down. He's had a lot of work so far. 3 rushes for 21 yards. Jenkins back on 1st down. In and out of the hands of the tight end, Will Swartz. 2nd and 10. More motion from Balthazar. They dump it off to him this time. He's going to get about 8 and set up a 3rd and very manageable. Byers is the setback. Balthazar is the fullback. They hand it to Byers, and Houston comes to play. It is 4th and 1, but the Owls are saying they don't want a field goal. They bring the offense back out, Balthazar, the running back now. He gets the first down, and the drive stays alive once again for the Owls. On first down, Jenkins in motion. He fakes it, dumps it off. There is Jackson, and he's going to get out of bounds after picking up the first down. Second and goal now for the Owls after some pre-snap motion. Jenkins dumps it off quickly. That is Landon Ransom goals, and that is an Owl touchdown. The first touchdown of the Rice Dynasty belongs to quarterback Chase Jenkins, throwing a 9-yard pass to number 1 wide receiver Landon Ransom goals, and he puts the Owls up 9-3 on the Cougars. Rice did a good job using some clock there on their last drive. Houston gets the ball after the 2-minute warning, and Wegman throws the ball quickly to Koziol. He only gets 1, but they're going to go fast here, trying to save as much time as possible. Now going empty, and Wegman throws it in a little shake route to Koziol. He gets 5. They're in a rhythm, but they're not getting many yards. Clock is ticking down to 1:30 as we hit 3rd and 4. Wegman back. Here's some pressure. He steps up, gets away, and he's got a lot of running room. Now into Rice territory, makes a move on a Hoya, and is down to the 39-yard line. Houston, now with a minute left, they got a drive going. But they're going to run the ball here to Connors, makes a quick move, but only picks up 2. Houston ends up using their first timeout. They're going to get 2nd and 8 here with 53 seconds left. 2 tight ends on the field. They hand it off to Connors again. This time, it is going to be brought down by Ty Morris. And now 3rd and 6. Rice showing pressure. They don't bring it. Wegman throws. Wide open is the wide receiver. But we're going to be getting a holding call here on Houston. That's going to be on left guard Jason Brooks Jr. And what would have been a first down now turns into 3rd and long. Wegman hit as he throws. It is incomplete. A fantastic rush by the Rice defense. And now the Owls are going to get to take over with 31 seconds, all 3 timeouts, and a chance to score. Jenkins dumps it off to Cole here. They pick up 5 yards, lose 4 seconds, and their first timeout. Micah Burnett goes in motion outside. Jenkins back to throw. He dumps it off, and there's Quentin Jackson making a move up to the 47-yard line. Some shifty running here from Jackson early gets the Owls into a very manageable situation. Jenkins backs his way to his left, dumps it off to Walker, and that will be the Owls' 2nd timeout. Trying to catch the defense napping on 2nd down by handing it off to Jackson, and that does not work. So the last timeout for the Owls has been used. There's 7 seconds left. You got to try and get out of bounds. Jenkins dumps it off to Ransom goals, and he does not. So that'll be the end of the first half. It's been a very dominant half for the Rice defense. Houston has 50 yards on the dot, only 3.3 yards per play, whereas the Owls have been able to move the ball pretty effectively. The time of possession difference is also massive. Rice with 3 times the amount of possession time over the Cougars. But we have to, Wegman and Koziol and Connors can come alive at any time, so a 1 possession lead is not safe. Remember that this is an offense that is very high powered. Second half, Houston starts with the ball now, out of the bunch. Wegman is going to take the snap, trying to set up the screen, but he cannot get the throw off. How about the pressure from Ara Basalo, once again making a huge impact play. 2nd and 10, pass is complete to Koziol. He will get 5, bringing up 3rd down and medium. Wegman with 2 tight ends. Connors to his right will pull it. He's going to go get the first down. He's hit. The ball is out. It's recovered by Rice. That is Jack Kane, and he is going to score. A scoop and score for the Owls, and they are going to go up 17-3. The fumble was forced by senior corner Amari Porter. Wegman gets the first down, but how about Porter getting that left hand right in there, punching the ball out and then Kane is in perfect position to scoop that ball up and take it back for 6. Houston right back on offense. Wegman's going to pull it again, and this time he's going to have a lot more success. He's at the 40, 45, midfield. Porter chases him down at the Rice 45. Houston now moving on offense. Play action for Wegman. He throws. Pass is caught on the dig by the wide receiver, Harvey Broussard. And the Cougars are now knocking on the red zone. Wegman, tight formation, doubles on both sides. Throws, quick pass caught by Koziol. That is his 5th catch, a gain of 8. 3rd down and 2 for the Cougars. Wegman back to throw. He's taking a shot to the end zone. He's got a man, and he is out of bounds. Knocked out by Amari Porter. Houston will only be able to add a field goal. Rice gets the ball back for their first drive of the second half, up by 11. Jenkins, he's going to keep it and loses the ball. It's recovered by Houston. Running this back, it's going to be a Houston fumble recovery, it appears, but I think his knee was down, and the booth is going to agree. Rice maintains possession. Barnett comes in motion. It is a play fake for Jenkins, who rolls left and is now going to run. Picks up a gain of 5 before being taken down by Machado. 2nd and 5 coming up now. In comes Walker to the dirty bunch. They're going to throw it to him, and it's in and out of his hands. You really would have loved for him to come down with that one. Instead, Latrell McCutcheon knocks it out. 3rd and 5, ball is thrown to Walker, and he ran that route way short of the sticks. Rice will have to punt it back to Houston, who now is going to get to go back to work once again. They're changing the formation, going trips into the boundary. Wegman with Connors to his left takes the snap. He's back under pressure. Down he goes. That is a sack for the senior Jordan Campbell, who beat the left tackle Dalton Merriman right up the middle through his inside shoulder. Houston clearly not happy about it, but you got to protect better than that. A nice arm over move from Campbell there to finish. 2nd and 17, Wegman back to throw. What a one-handed snag right there by Steven Johnson, the number 1 wide receiver for the Cougars. He makes it 3rd and 4, and Wegman's back to throw. He steps up, gonna run. Lofi right there, but Wegman's able to get the first down. Later on the drive, 3rd and 10. Wegman throws to a wide open Dean Connors. He's got the first down. Into Rice territory down at the 43. 3:40 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Wegman getting an adjustment from the sideline. Brings the receiver over in motion to the left. Takes the snap. He's back. He's in trouble. He's chucking the ball down the field. He's got a man, and he overthrows him. Connor Wegman misses a touchdown on 3rd and 9. Under pressure, throws it away. Rice got lucky there, but they get the ball back at their own 14-yard line with just over 2.5 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Jenkins hands it off. Trayvon Byers gets the handle, and he is going to pick up the first down. A nice hard run, and we have some injuries here for the Cougars, and that is Jesus Machado having to come off the field. That's a big loss, their defensive captain, and they're going to go right after his replacement with Byers, getting 4 on the run. Balthazar now the back, tight end and a wing to the left. Jenkins getting a call from the sideline. He's going to snap it at 5 on the play clock. He takes it and fights forward, gets the first down. How about the running effort there from quarterback Chase Jenkins? 1st and 10, dumps it off. Dalen Alexander, and we have an injury now. That is center David Stickle grabbing at his right arm, his snapping arm. He's going to have to come out for Natani Fiocco, the backup center. On 3rd and 4, Jenkins into a long count. He's going to keep it right up the middle behind Fehoko and pick up the first down. Man, Machado's really fighting through some injuries out there, isn't he? They bring Goals in motion. They pitch it to Alexander. He gets the edge. He gets the first down into Houston territory out at the 39. Play action for Jenkins on first down. He throws, passes, caught by Artis Cole, but there is a penalty, and Brad Bauer's hold is going to negate that nice pitch and catch. 1st and 20. This will be the last play of the third quarter. Jenkins is going to keep it. Following some blocks. A nice run for quarterback Chase Jenkins. He gets 14 yards as we go to the fourth quarter. The Owls are up by 11, 17-6, heading into the last quarter of play. 139 rushing yards on the day for the Owls and a dominant time of possession difference. They bring Swartz in motion, and now they're going to bring Barnett in motion as well. Jenkins, he throws, passes caught by Artis Cole. That is a first down. At this point, you have to start thinking about the clock if you are Houston. A dump off from Jenkins to Swartz. He runs over a corner, and he's going to get very close to the first down. And now, left guard John Long is going to have to come off with an injury. Stickle is back out there at center, so we still have 4 out of 5 starters. On second down, they run it ahead with Quentin Jackson. And we see here that Long is okay. He will come back in a little bit. Tight end and a wing. The wing is Goals on the right side. Now he goes in motion behind Jenkins, who is going to throw it out to Byers. Byers fighting ahead. He loses the football, and Houston has recovered. I'm not sure about that one either. The Cougars are celebrating like they have it. There is no booth review, but a challenge would overturn the play. So 3rd down and 5, 8 minutes left. Jenkins trips into the boundary, is going to take the snap. Pressure coming from Houston. He steps up, trying to escape, but he cannot. So they're going to call on Allen for his second field goal attempt of the day, and he sneaks it in past the right upright. Rice up 20-6 with 7.5 to go. Wegman in the gun, Connors to his left, takes a snap, throws, pass is in and out of the hands of Johnson. Excellent coverage from Max Ahoya. Brings up 3rd down and 10 for the Cougars. Wegman back, looking, steps up, under pressure, throws it away, and that will be 4th down. And the Cougars are going to go for it. 4th and 10 from their own 13. Wegman throws, pass is caught. Tanner Koziol down to the 46-yard line of the Cougars. And Houston is now in motion. Wegman hands it off to Connors, makes a move, back to the 35, to the 30, down to the 28-yard line goes Dean Connors. 5.5 minutes left. The Cougars have their best drive of the day. Wegman throws, passes caught in traffic by Koziol. The clock is moving, but the Cougars are doing a good job moving along with it. Hand it off to Connors. He's able to get the first down on 3rd and inches. 1st and 10, running power with Connors. He is inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line. 4 minutes left. They take Connors out. That is Rashawn Sanford in the game. They give it to him, and he is not able to get the first down. Mackenzie Agnello, the guard for Houston, gets hurt on the play, but Connors comes back in. They give it to him, and he is in. Touchdown, Houston. We've got ourselves a 1-score game. The extra point would make it 20-13. It is a 7-point lead for Rice as they have 3rd down and 10 on the next possession. Jenkins empty out of the gun. One high safety for the Cougars. He is throwing, and it is incomplete with a penalty flag down, and that is going to be a hold on Rice. Penalty will be declined. They bring out Bachetta to punt it away. His 3rd kick of the day is fielded at the 40, 1 broken tackle, and they get out to the 46. So Rice's defense, they're going to have to make one more stop ahead of the 2-minute warning. Wegman to throw, taking a shot downfield, testing Ahoya, and it is in and out of the hands again of Stephon Johnson. They've taken their chances and have not been able to convert. Wegman throwing on second down, in and out of the hands of Koziol. Excellent coverage by the Owls. 3rd and 10, incomplete. 3 forced incompletions brings up 4th and 10. Rice showing blitz. They bring the pressure. Passes short, and the tackle is made. The Cougars will not convert. The Owls will take over on downs. Max Lofi with the tackle, and we're going to run the ball here. Handoff to Alexander. He does not get much. 2nd down and 9. Jenkins pulls, tries to pitch, and I don't believe it! The pitch is picked off! It is Rook Brown again! He's the only reason the Cougars are in this game! And he's given Houston another chance to tie this game up with less than 2 minutes to go. Wegman just throws it up, and it is caught! Can you believe it? Dean Connors with a spectacular catch. He had a linebacker all over him. It didn't matter. 1:46 now at the 15-yard line. Hand it off to Connors. He gets 4. Rice's defense needs to stand tall here. On 3rd and 5, they give it to Connors. He's got it. Just barely. 1st and goal. Out of the pistol. Wegman gives it to Connors. That's an excellent tackle made. That was Play Wyatt making the stop. 25 seconds. Houston hurrying up. They only have 2 timeouts. Wegman under pressure. He is sacked. V.J. Bronson brings him down. It is 3rd and goal from the 13-yard line. Wegman to throw. He is back under pressure. Incomplete. Campbell had the hit. There is a hold on Houston. Rice is going to decline it. Bring it up. 4th and goal. Rice has 5 DBs standing in the end zone. They're going to rush 3. Wegman throws. Passes caught. Touchdown, Houston! I don't believe it! Harvey Broussard makes a spectacular grab, and the Cougars are an extra point away from tying up this game with 16 seconds to go. Jack Kane hit him. It didn't matter. Broussard said that he was scoring. He called game. And Houston's trying to do the same thing. They're going for 2. They don't want overtime. They give it to Connors. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. DJ Alexander makes the stop. And the onside kick is recovered by Peyton Stevenson. The Owls will hold on to win the first game of the Rice Dynasty. The first game of head coach Zach McGee's career. And win that bucket. The Bayou bucket is coming back to Rice. It's going to take a short trip down the road from Houston to Rice as the Owls have taken down their crosstown rival. My goodness, what a game that was. That was an absolute treat to get to play through and watch again while editing, and then to commentate over it one more time. I mean, this was a spectacular game to kick off the Rice Dynasty. I had an absolute blast playing this game, and I hope that you all have an absolute blast watching it. Overall, I think we did really well. I think we ran the ball extremely well. 4 yards a carry, 140 yards. I think that we threw the ball okay, pretty much as I expected for having a quarterback in Chase Jenkins who's not really much of a thrower. I think that we spread the ball around, we threw the ball short, we didn't throw the ball much past the sticks, and Houston was really starting to challenge me by calling a lot of cover 2 and a lot of man-to-man, basically saying you're not going to throw it past the sticks, and they were right. But we definitely did enough, and without some of the bad turnovers, without that interception early in the second quarter, and then without the fumble at the very end of the game, I don't think this game is much of a contest because the defense was just fantastic. I think our pass rush did a very good job of making Connor Wegman feel uncomfortable. And if they weren't able to throw it to their tight end, they didn't really have anything. I'm quite surprised that they didn't test us down the field at all with their wide receivers. I talked about in the preview episode how slow our corners were, and they didn't get any faster for today. They did test them a little bit down in the second half, but Wegman just couldn't hit the throws. So it just seemed like a game where everything kind of just broke our way in the big moments. That last drive made me think otherwise, but we got it done. DJ Arkansas put his big boy pants on the 2-point conversion, which I think that was a fantastic end of game sequence. I mean, I was hoping they were going to go for it. I did not want to play overtime. I was not trusting the offense in that moment to go ahead and score any more points. I knew the defense had to stand tall or else we were going to lose the game. And they went ahead and they did exactly that. So, an absolute blast to get to kick this series off with a win and bringing home that bucket. It took a quick trip to Houston after 2024, and Rice hasn't had it much in the 21st century, but we get to bring it back. We did get up to coach level 3, so I went ahead and unlocked the tier 2 of the defensive line motivator boost, and then went over to the offensive line. Definitely want to prioritize building this team through the ground, as we're going to go ahead and advance ourselves to week 1 of the college football season. It's always a bit funky when you play in week 0 and then you have a game in week 1 and you're 1-0, everyone else is 0-0. It's a bit awkward, but we take on the Louisiana Raging Cajuns next week to begin conference play. I'm really, really excited to get that game going. I hope you are too. This series is going to be an absolute blast if this first game had anything to show for it. And if you enjoyed, if you want to go ahead and see more Dynasty content just like this, go ahead, like the video, please subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and try and push out more gameplay as we go. I have a video coming out on Tuesday. Tuesday for me, it'll be Monday for most of you. That is going all over quarters coverage in CFB 26, all the situations you need to know about how quarters plays, what kind of calls and checks are made. I hope that you go ahead and tune in that video. We ran some quarters today, worked pretty well. Maybe we'll get a bit of an explanation as to what I was thinking, what we're doing there. So go ahead and check that out. I hope to see you all again week 1 against Louisiana coming soon. Take care.